Good morning and welcome back to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at
the fabulous Arizona Center. And we have a fabulous way to start your day.
Sway. Let's sway.
Oh my gosh. We have a vibraphone in the house today. We have Skip Heller's Voodoo 5 in the house. And we're going to have some amazing music.
We sure are. It's really a treat for them to be live in studio today. So why don't you take it away?
All
right.
right. Yay! Oh my gosh, what an amazing way to start the day.
That was divine. Oh my goodness, so
Yeah.
beautiful. Okay, so I know Marshall's familiar with you all, but for me, who's new to you, and maybe some of our audience, tell us a little bit about the band.
We formed about 2.5 years ago, and what happened was we were at a festival called Exotica, and I had a group that was playing. Lena was in a different group that was playing, but a friend of mine who was the vibraphone player on the record. Now we have a new vibraphone player, like Carrie, who's, as you can tell,
Woo!
wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, thank you
Amazing.
so much.
And
for-
he's, of course, thinking, yeah, starting your morning with a vibraphone is great unless you have to move one.
That's fair. That is a fair thing. Yes.
But Marty Lush, who was the vibraphone player on the record, he and I were like watching all the bands, and we said there's not really much Exotica that falls under the, that Martin Denny or the people of that generation would recognize as like their musical children. So we said, we should really do something about that. And Lena and I were dating, and as you can tell, she's amazing. So we knew what we were going to build our sound around. And literally, as we started having this conversation, a fellow named Chris Kraus was standing next to us and basically said, well, let's put that out as a record. That sounds like a really good idea. Nobody is doing that. And just that little confluence of events put the group together. So we started thinking about all the different ways these sounds fit together. The Hawaiian steel guitar, but also the steel guitar in country music, the vibraphone in Latin jazz, and how the Exotica rhythm sections traditionally weren't that burning, if you know what I mean. So coming from the East Coast, as I did and Chris Kraus did, we came up on people like Ray Barretto and Mongo Santa Maria. So we wanted to have a more aggressive rhythmic thing. And when you start doing something in a tradition that's more, for lack of better words, based on your taste and what you think you're not hearing, it becomes autobiographical. So a lot of the music in Mojave After Dark was really born from Lena. We got married last year, so we spent a lot of time in the
Congratulations.
Ah.
Yeah.
So now basically Mojave After Dark
Is
is
this
the new album.
That is the new
Mojave
album,
After Dark.
and it's
Okay.
really about being in California and how exotic the desert is, and all of the musical things and impressionistic things that we've found just as a result of driving around in it.
That's really cool inspiration.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I'm obsessed with your wife. Lena is.
So am I.
I know, as you should be. But no, I mean, she sings beautifully. She is beautiful, heart and outward. And I don't know if anyone can get a close-up of those earrings, but I immediately got so taken by those earrings.
Well, those are sort of a kind of reproduction thing. Why don't you explain the lineage of the
Oh, I was
earring?
hoping she'd tell that story. Yeah.
So we did the 100th birthday for Ima Sumac, the band I used to play in, and the band leader asked Ima Sumac's assistant, his name is Damon, could she wear the earrings, Ima Sumac earrings? And so I had the honor of wearing her jewelry for that 100th birthday, and it was magical. And then I just looked everywhere to find at least a reproduction. I wanted the real gold, but I got these instead. And they look exactly like hers. And
I said they're beautiful.
one day I'm gonna find.
Everyone's trying to find earrings like that right now. Like, I don't know if you know how popular that is
No,
right now. So you
no.
are on trend, girl. Yeah, you are rocking it.
Pescatarian Exotica earring.
Yes, there you go.
Balls.
So it was an honor singing for Ima Sumac.
Yeah.
And
It was an honor
singing.
playing for Ima
Yeah,
Sumac.
he played with Ima Sumac.
Yeah.
So tell me a
And
little
I
bit.
never once saw the fish earrings. I never saw anything that was on an album cover.
Tell me a little bit about where people can find your music or hear you play live. Like, how do they support you and get more?
Or find this online
Yeah, the
somewhere?
album.
How do
Well,
people?
online is Bandcamp. So just go to Bandcamp, type in Skip Heller Voodoo 5. It's on Apple Music, it's on Spotify. We're on all the streaming platforms. We also have a single coming out on the Alternative Tentacles label, which is run by Jello Biafra of the Dead Kennedys.
Oh,
And
cool.
he actually makes a little cameo appearance on the record. So the
Oh, nice.
14-year-old punk rocker who went to Audubon High School, and we had our little Dead Kennedys sort of cabal. it's just like, it's the most bragging rights I could have aside from marrying this one.
So where did the name Voodoo 5 come from?
Well, there's a great Exotica composer named Robert Drasnin, and he did 3 albums, Voodoo, and then I produced the reissue of that. Then there was Voodoo 2, and I produced the sessions for that, and Voodoo 3, which he died before it was completed, so I completed it for him. So somebody said, do you have enough music of his for a Voodoo 4? And I said, there will not be a Voodoo 4. And Bob Drasnin's recipe was really mallet percussion and wordless female vocals. And I took that as, he was really a mentor to me and a father, and I wanted to carry on this tradition he started. So I said, well, there's not going to be a Voodoo 4. Will be Voodoo 5. And of course, there's 7 of us.
Yeah. Oh, well, but it's a beautiful tribute. Yeah. Right. No, that's
but
great.
This is the sort of the 5th installation of Voodoo, you know.
Wonderful.
Such as
Very cool.
And I hope he's looking down on us right now and going, nicely done, because
I'm sure he is.
Yeah.
you know, without him and Les Baxter and Ema Sumac and Elizabeth Waldo and all these different people who really said, no, this is what our music is and this is what it does. A leg to stand on, I wouldn't have any shoulders to stand on. And this is music made by real compositional giants. So it's kind of an honor to be almost the last one standing. The oldest living Exotica composer is Elizabeth Waldo. She's 106.
Wow.
Yeah. And she actually worked with Ema Sumac in the 60s, so I brought Lena to visit her. And, you know, she's this very old woman with newspapers in bed, and, you know, that's how she keeps. And she hears Lena, and she just jumps up and goes, no, that's the tone I'm talking about that people don't have anymore. And immediately, you know, you saw who Elizabeth was as a musical intellect. And as to how to find us on Instagram, Voodoo, 5, Exotica on Instagram. For all the show dates and things like that, you can go to skipheller.org. We're setting up a Black Fez Records website, so that'll be,
okay.
and everything will be linked to that, of course, because everybody has Linktree. And then just, you know, keep your ears open, because we run around a lot and try to play a lot.
I know. I saw you in Tucson.
You saw us in Tucson. We'll be back in Tucson in October for Halloween.
Oh, what a beautiful time to be there,
wow.
too.
Yeah, so we're going to do a Mad Monster Party.
Oh, I love Mad Monster Party.
That's her favorite.
Yes.
My favorite movie, one of my favorites.
Oh, okay.
my
See,
gosh.
I know. We're like, I get it.
She always sings "Never Was a
You know,
Love
I have
Like
a
Mine"
Phyllis
to me.
Diller outfit that you might fit in.
Okay, down.
So if we're doing
down.
Mad Monster Party, I mean,
We've got it covered. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. This music, whenever I'm having a hard day or like feeling blue, I turn on Exotica and it just totally changes my energy, my vibe, everything. So please check out Mojave After Dark and check out and support their music. They're going to play us one more song.
If I may, before we go, we had a lot of different setup than everybody's used to. I want everybody who's watching this to know. This
Mike.
crew jumps through
Yes.
hoops.
Hold on, let him, sorry, yeah.
We came in here with a lot more instrument than the guests usually do. This crew is wonderful. The crew
Thank
jumps
you.
through hoops.
oh,
Thank
and you
you.
all are wonderful.
So
I mean,
thank
oh
you
my
for
gosh.
putting up
This
with
is-
a vibraphone coming in first thing in the morning. No coffee, no, you know, just here they are.
We were thrilled for the vibraphone,
Big.
and to be honest, yeah, he's
everything.
absolutely correct. They are the first band we've had in that's played with a backtrack, and so our crew was like,
Stepped up to the challenge and made it.
they
work.
rocked it. Yeah,
they
so
were
thank
they
you.
were relentless, perfectionist, and smiled at us when we were growling because we want breakfast.
Well, okay, go ahead, play your
We're
song
gonna
so
make
you
you
can get
sing
breakfast.
for your breakfast, though.
Yeah.
Once you're done, then you can have breakfast.
I'm gonna
Jeremy, sing the Hebrew
dance
parts.
to the side. We'll get out of their shot.
And thank you for listening to us. No.
Siempre que te pregunto que cuándo, cómo y dónde, tú siempre me respondes. Quizás ya si pasan los días y yo desesperando contestando. Quizás, quizás, quizás está perdiendo el tiempo pensando, pensando por lo que más tú quieras. ¿Hasta cuándo? Y así pasan los días y yo desesperando y tú contestando. Quizás, quizás, quizás. Estás perdiendo el tiempo pensando, pensando por lo que más tú quieras. ¿Hasta cuándo? ¿Hasta cuándo? Y así pasan los días y yo desesperando y tú contestando. Quizás, 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 quizás.
All right, so have you ever been to Yuma?
Well, yeah.
All right, so one of the most interesting spots in Yuma, I think, to visit as a tourist is the territorial prison.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to say that. Yeah.
So on this date back in 1876, the first brick was laid
Were you
for
there
that
that
prison.
day?
I was not there that day. We don't have any photos of that day, but we do have photos of what the prison itself looks like. Now, it was basically the inmates built the prison using adobe, stone, and iron.
Which seems particularly cruel, doesn't it?
Well, you know,
you're
but they also did
building
the same
your own
thing in
prison.
Florence. They actually wound up building the.
I know, but I'm just saying the whole
So,
thing feels.
but okay, so in the 33 years that prison in Yuma was in operation, it housed over 3,000 prisoners, including 29 women.
Oh wow. Okay.
So indeed, it was nicknamed the Hellhole or the Country Club on the Colorado.
The country club of the Colorado.
And so then it was closed in 1909 because then everybody went to Florence.
Yeah.
So
And now it's a museum.
now it's a museum. It also inspired the Yuma High School. The nickname they have is the Yuma Criminals.
So fun story. Okay, so this actually is a really cool place to visit, but
yeah.
I filmed for 2 weeks in Yuma. It was one of my very first feature films.
Ah.
And the high school was super, because the director was from Yuma, he grew up there.
Okay.
So we filmed at the high school and they were awesome. Like
Oh,
it was
yeah.
such a fun experience.
So yeah, so I mean, it's such a great place and such a piece of Arizona history.
And Yuma's built up a lot. It's actually a really cool
It's a
place
really
to stop.
so you know when you're on your way to San Diego, it's worth now stopping in Yuma.
Yeah.
And hanging out because there's so much cool stuff to do there.
Yeah, and we're not lying. We
No.
don't lie to you.
No, I mean I like stopping off in Yuma. There's so many fun things to do.
There is. Okay, but it's not quite time for things to do. We still have some
No,
things
that's right.
to
We got some
celebrate.
celebration.
What weird things did you pick today, Marshall?
All right. So, well, this isn't weird. It's the Global Pay It Forward Day.
Oh no, that's not weird.
No,
Okay, that's
not
nice.
at all. Because, you know, kindness is contagious. And this is an international day of goodwill for people across the globe to encourage, do random acts of kindness. You know, maybe you're just going to tell that person that you see walking by you, I like your shirt.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it doesn't even have to be a big thing. You don't have to spend money to pay it forward. You can just pay it forward with a compliment.
Exactly. You know, maybe write someone a little thank you note and say, just thank you. It's an easy thing to do. Now, also, today is Superhero Day.
Like any superhero?
Batman, Superman,
Okay.
Captain America, Wonder Woman, Iron Man, the Hulk, Spider-Man.
This is a good excuse to wear a cape today.
Oh, like you need an excuse to wear a cape.
I feel like I do.
Really?
Kinda.
Oh, yeah, no, just don a cape, just because. I mean, so basically, whether they're fictional or real, superheroes, they serve, protect, and fight evil. So happy Superhero Day.
Yeah, fight evil in your
Yeah.
cape today. I like
It is also Great Poetry Reading Day. A great time to, you know, maybe break out some poetry you haven't read in a while, whether it's just kind of celebrates the rhythm of the sounds of the words, the imagery, the emotion of the poetry. Just read, share, maybe make a little ditty up about somebody and share it with them.
You know what I love to do too is go to like antique stores or some old stores and find old poetry books and then just kind of, you know,
yeah.
bring one home. I mean, they're like, you know, $1 and
Right.
you kind of discover something really beautiful.
Indeed. And then, you know, sometimes we have a food day and we have no food. Guess what? It's just like that today. Because today is National Blueberry Pie Day.
Ooh,
But we have no blueberry pie.
new blow.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
So, but if we did, we would be able to celebrate blueberries. They have been here since, I mean, the settlers first documented back in the 1870s the idea of a blueberry pie.
You know what? I eat blueberries every morning because they're supposed to be really, really good for you.
Well, the antioxidants in
Yeah.
them, yeah, and they're really good. And
Did not eat them in a pie. I just ate them. They're so sweet. They're like a
They're-
dessert
right,
on
no,
their
I mean, I
own.
usually just like throw a little bit of yogurt in there
Yeah.
and blum, 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 blum.
I like that sound effect. That's a nice
Well, and also
one.
they're also kind of
blub,
fun to
blub,
go
blub.
pick. I've done that before.
Kind of
when I was
sounded
a
like you were
kid.
underwater. Blub, blub, blub.
Blum, 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 blum.
I have not picked blueberries. I've picked strawberries and I've picked apples and a couple other things, but blueberries I have not.
Wait, because I remember it's like as a kid we would pick blueberries and they would be up on these vines. You would just go up and pick them. You have to like
That's cool.
for all different heights, so whether
Yeah.
you were tall or short.
Or short.
So
Equal opportunity berry.
indeed. So you know, since we're not eating any blueberry pie, how do we cheer ourselves up and celebrate some other things to do?
Wow. Well, it is time to gather around the campfire for a one-act play at the Herberger Theater Center in Phoenix. It's happening at 12:10 p.m., so it's part of their lunchtime series. Storyteller John Abbott brings to the Herberger stage the adventure of traditional storytelling and his classic ghost story of the Old West, and with a mysterious legend set in Old Mexico on the Caribbean coast in this one-act play, Gather Around the Campfire. So this is running through May 8th. It's also going to be at 7 p.m. and it's only $11 for some good old-fashioned
And I
ghost
bet
stories.
it's so good.
I bet it is too.
Yeah.
I love this. Also, we've got the Phoenicians and ASU Mariachi Ensemble at Evelyn Smith Music Theater in Tempe, happening at 7:30 p.m. tonight. Basically, this is their semester culmination concert celebrating community and tradition, and it'll feature the guests of the Phoenicians performing a selection of barbershop harmony and then joining the group for a lively collaboration of traditional Latin American songs.
What fun!
Yeah, and it's free. It's totally free.
Oh my gosh, it's free?
Yeah.
Hardly anything is free.
I love barbershop. That really
When
is
I love
exciting.
barbershop meets mariachi, I'm like,
What a cool fusion, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we've also got an in-depth bike class happening at Hauling Cargo at Bike Saviors in Tempe at 6 p.m. So basically, this class will explore different methods and equipment for transporting goods, whether you're commuting, running errands, or going on an adventure. And they will hopefully provide some hands-on guidance to help outfit your bike for cargo or offer valuable insights into the tools and techniques available. They might not be able to do hands-on if the class is too big, but if it's a smaller group, they'll work with you. So come and learn about all the different ways you can haul cargo on your bike. I never thought about having to figure that out because I'm not a bike rider, but that does seem.
Well, I mean,
useful.
I do have a bike, and it's got the basket.
The basket,
on it. Because
yeah.
I mean, that was the big thing. I wanted the basket, so that way I can put flowers or.
Yeah.
Babies.
It's only $10, and it's from 6 to 9 p.m. So that's a pretty. And when they say in depth, I think they mean in depth.
No, I mean no, because I mean just the way it's like they had like little saddlebags and everything. It's like they're gonna.
Yeah. Okay, we've also got some team trivia at Fuzzy's Sports Grill and Surprise at 6 p.m. I love the name Fuzzy's. I just think that's a fabulous name. So basically, the subjects are always a mystery until the event starts. So whatever information you think you know, come bring it and be prepared for anything. There is no charge, and it's from 6 to 7 p.m.
Well, I like the fact that it's not mysteries, but it's just a mystery.
Yeah,
So
it's
you
a
have
surprise.
no clue.
It's a surprise, yeah. And last but not least, we've got a sip and paint at Playmaker Sports Bar and Grill in Goodyear at 6 p.m. Basically, you can come solo or you can bring a group of friends. It's just going to be a fun-filled painting session. It's $60 per person, which includes the supplies and a ticket for one drink. And again, that's 6 to 9 p.m. It's off of Litchfield Road. So.
What fun.
Yeah, and you know what else is fun? When you send us your events and let us know what's going on within your community and your world, because we love making this show all about you.
And don't forget, we have every day for you to send us letters about maybe your questions about love, romance, sex, all that stuff, because we have Courtney coming on doing regular spots, which is going to be so much fun.
Yep, so she's actually going to be with us tomorrow for an episode, so don't forget to send those in. Also, if you've got birthdays, celebrations, anything you want us to shout out on the show, we would love to hear about all of it, especially if you've got pictures, because we love showing fun pictures.
And every time an email comes in from our audience, it makes Ann dance.
I love how you're doubling down on this. That was not a one-time thing we're going with.
Oh,
Marshall's
no.
nope, we're going to do this.
Because we love to see Ann dance.
We do. Although she dances when she takes pictures a lot too. So.
That's true.
All right, friends. Well, this has been I can't believe this is the first time saying it as we close out the show, a fantastic hump day.
Indeed. Well, it has been.
It's Marshall's favorite day.
And plus we had, Voodoo 5 here.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Oh my gosh, what a great
I
way
fell
to
in love
start
with
it.
Lena. I might leave my husband for Lena, actually. I like her that much.
Well, it's like since they're going to be in Tucson the end of October, it's like, what if we can get them up here in November?
That's right. If you're watching the show and you want them to come play a gig at your place, please let us know. They would love to play out more. So, let us know. But thanks so much for joining us today. We're not going to take a quick break. We're going to go home.
We're going to go home, iron, do some laundry, have some dinner. Actually, have lunch, dinner.
All the things.
All those things.
Some blueberry pie.
But we'll be back tomorrow morning to brighten your day.
With Courtney.
And who knows what other shenanigans.
Have a great day.